Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo and I am here with the Twin Flame Energy Update for December 15th through the 21st, 2019. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And if this reading resonates with you, I do offer Twin Flame readings. That information is in the description box below. Now, the first spread, I'm going to go into what is going on with the divine masculine, for the week of December 15th through the 21st, and then the same for divine feminine. Now, the first card that came out is a recognition. And so for the divine masculine, he has recognized that whether it be he or she, because the energies are interchangeable, he or she has recognized who their divine feminine is. And this is something that they have fought with for a very long time. They've been trying to ignore the signs. You know, maybe they feel like, if this connection or this relationship is meant to be, it shouldn't be so hard. But at the same time, it's because it's a different type of relationship. It's not, a relationship like any other. And I wouldn't even label it a relationship because it's a connection. It's a divinely guided, divinely heaven sent connection. You guys have known each other lifetimes and lifetimes prior. So your divine masculine is realizing that and have recognized that you are his or her divine feminine. Okay. The next card is deception. So divine masculine is realizing as well that, in regards to the divine feminine, that they have done some things that they aren't really happy about. They've lied, they've been manipulative, they have let their ego get in the way of this connection. There were third parties, karmic energy. They know they have done a lot in regards to the divine feminine. And now that they've come into this recognition, it's like, how do I go back to that? How do I, mend what was broken now that I realize that this is or that he or she is my divine feminine? This is what they're dealing with. In the mornings, it's rough. When they go to bed late at night, it's rough. The only time that this connection isn't really eating away at them is when they're keeping themselves busy at work or attending to, their kids, etc., etc. But this really does and have started to affect the divine masculine in a lot of ways. And it's like, how do I free myself from this deceptive energy? Because I know that when it came to my divine feminine, I handled my divine feminine less than he or she deserved. And I know they deserve more. And now looking at myself in the mirror, it's like, how do I own up to the things that I've done? The divine feminine came out. The divine feminine card came out next in the divine masculine spread. So again, this is double confirmation that divine masculine knows that you are his or her divine feminine. And they know you are the light. They know you have a good heart. They know you're very intuitive, very, very spiritually gifted. And it's like, wow, some of them are going to get knocked off their pedestal, off their seat. Because how could I treat someone like this who have shown me unconditional love, regardless of the way I treated this person, right? The next card that came out is unawakened. And this is the reason why, some of the energies came into play how they did, because your masculine was unawakened. You have known what this connection is and was. And I believe in this collective, a lot of the divine masculines are waking up, even though they're fearful of it, even though they want to resist it. They have no other choice but to wake up. But this is spirit telling you why, things played out the way they did, why things were so hard, why things were so rough. It was because you guys, are on two different levels. And so now that your divine masculine is slowly coming to a realization of what this connection is, Some of them are like, wow, I've made a huge mistake. And is it too late, right? When I asked for the unawakened card to be clarified, I got the Wheel of Fortune number 10. So number 1010, remember that portal that we just had. And remember how if you were divine feminine, it just felt like everything flowed in your favor. You reaped so many positive karmic rewards. And it was just so many blessings coming out of thin air. That's because even regardless of the communication, of how you guys fought, of how things, may have been said between the two of you weren't of high vibration or of light, you still were trying to get your divine masculine to see what this connection was and what their life path and purpose is, right? Because it's tied to the both of you. So with number 10, think of 1010. You can Google angel number 1010 and you'll be amazed at the information that you find. But this is the Wheel of Fortune. And regardless, I feel with this, divine is definitely watching over this connection. So the wheel can turn either way, but regardless of where it turns, you guys are going to be in union regardless. Right now is the most important time, and you see all these twin flame unions happening. You see all these divine connections rising up, and it is because we're being called for our life path and purpose mission. So even if you feel like, you want to walk away, divine feminine, you just had enough, divine is saying at this time, the wheel is going to turn, and the wheel is going to turn in your favor. You have done the work. You have done what you're supposed to do. And again, I'll say, we do have free will, but there are certain situations in regards to the connection where divine will step in and shake things up. If you don't want to listen, okay, I'll show you better than I can tell you. So at this point, divine feminine, just sit back, sit pretty, and continue loving yourself and knowing that you are important, that you matter the most, that your self-love is worth any love, out there, or worth more than any love out there, okay? For the divine feminine, the first card that came out is Metamorphosis. And divine feminines are definitely going through a change. And if you resonate with this, you can write me in the comment section. This last month and a half is just a heavy, tense energy. Like, you're being pulled apart and things are falling away. And it's like you're being born again, or going through a new phase. And you are going through a metamorphosis because you're being called, you're vibrating higher, your ears have been ringing, you've been getting the vivid visions. For some, the karmic has showed up in the divine feminine's visions. So this is a very important time where even myself, my birthday is Friday the 20th, and it's like I just want to be at peace and alone. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like this, just shedding and purging out what needs to be purged. And I do feel come January, things are going to be so different. So you guys, for divine feminine, you really got to hold tight, stand in your power, love on yourself as much as you can. Only say things that you want to bring into fruition, because right now manifestation is powerful. So think those loving thoughts. Even be kind to your masculine. Even if you're in separation or you're speaking, be kind to your masculine. Send love and light. Excuse me, but you don't have to communicate on the 3D. I would rather you do it on the 5D, because your divine masculine is going through a huge transformation as well. The next card that came out is forgiveness. So regardless if divine masculine has accepted their ownership or have offered amends or offered an apology, divine feminine is saying, you know what? I know better. I know that I have to forgive, not for my divine masculine's sake, but for my sake, because I know I'm at a higher vibration than my divine masculine, and I can't carry that resentment. I can't carry that hate. I can't carry that anger, because at the end of the day, I have to choose love. I have to choose the light. And so this is what Divine Feminine is doing in the week, during this week of December 15th through the 21st, is choosing forgiveness instead. The next card that came out is release. Divine Feminine is releasing every and anything that no longer serves or grow him or her. And they're at that point where it's just like, I need to release all of this, everything that's been weighing me down, everything that's been a burden. And, what will be of this connection will be. But I have to focus on my mission. Of course, you and your Divine Masculine is supposed to, take on this mission together. But Divine Feminine is saying, listen, I need to focus on what I need to focus on. And I know Spirit, I know Divine will take care of me. I have to release everything. Give Divine, Spirit, whomever you pray to, full control. And I need to stop trying to control the outcome of the situation. I need to stop thinking about the outcome of what is going to happen or what won't happen or what will happen. I am fully committing to releasing what no longer serves me or grow me, and Divine will deliver what is needed for my well-being and growth. The next card that came out is Victim. Some of the Divine Feminines were in that victim mentality because it was just too much. And some of them are coming out of that victim mentality. It's just like, forgiveness is very important, and I can't stress that enough. Owning up to your accountability is important. I can't stress that enough. So when a person knows they've hurt you or wronged you or done something, the key to it is taking it on like head first. Listen, let's communicate about this. I'm going to honestly communicate how I feel because I don't want to carry this burden, or allow someone else to pay for your mistakes. I want to be free. I want, a common ground resolution to this. So that way, hey, I can walk away without anything weighing on my conscience or anything heavy in my heart. And for the Divine Masculine, it's hard for them to communicate. It's hard for them to speak what's really on their heart because they've hidden these inner childhood wounds for so long, or they've had a daddy that was just, not attached to his emotions. So therefore, that's the way they chose to love their, son. Or the same thing with a mother wasn't attached to her emotions and didn't know how to love or show love. So that's how Divine Feminine perceived it to be. So right now, Divine Feminine is breaking away from this victim mentality. Yes, he or she recognizes it, but during the week of December 15th through the 21st, they're saying, I'm breaking these chains. I'm breaking the rope. To clarify that, we got Temperance. So this is Sagittarius season. We got Temperance. So Spirit is saying, be patient with yourself. Meditate. Go into solitude. Ground yourself. Walk on the earth. Get that energy that's been lacking that you need so much, because when you're out in the world and you're, busy in the 3D land, it affects your 5D. So you have to make sure that you're definitely doing your spiritual cleansing, on the daily, so you can stay aligned, so you can stay in tune with your higher self and the information that you're being downloaded with, okay? But Spirit is saying, Divine Feminine, don't be so hard on yourself. Be patient to yourself. Offer yourself love that you seek from others. Love comes from within you, for you. You treat yourself beautifully, you treat yourself loving, you treat yourself amazing, and that's the people you will attract in your life. If you treat yourself like you're not worthy, then that's the people you are going to attract. Remember, say what you want to see and say it from your heart. Okay? Messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. The first message, I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. I miss you regardless of how things seem. Some of you are in no communication, straight ghosted. And you're just sitting there like, if I meant everything, I don't want to sit here and play mind reader. Yes, I'm spiritually gifted, but I don't want to play mind reader. Sometimes I just want to shut the noise down, and I want you to be an adult and communicate how you feel. What, what is the best solution in regards to the situation, okay? Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Some of your divine masculines know they really messed up. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. Messages from divine feminine to divine masculine, first card. I want to be authentic. I am no longer afraid. Yeah, divine feminine just wants to be his or her genuine, authentic, true self and accept me for who I am, not for who you want me to be, because there's so many different things within me, whether spiritual or physical. The next card, being apart has been life-changing for me. The next card, I wish I could take back the things I've said. Because divine feminine, sometimes when they're in that energy with their divine masculine, they channel messages as they're speaking. So the messages that divine masculine is getting is for him to or her to correct what they're doing, but it's coming from a higher state. But yet divine masculine may think divine feminine is coming off too harsh. That's why it's important for divine masculine to understand the spiritual journey as well. Would you reject me? I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. Some divine feminines are choosing to walk away at this moment. It's easier just, what I say, to stay away right now. Because divine feminine has finally decided to choose divine feminine. Okay, for the tarot deck that I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Elizabeth Alba. The first card that came out, there you go, Ace of Wands. So with this deck, I love this deck. It's so cute. With this deck, it goes really in depth with the information. So I'll read this to you because, of course, it's the Ace of Wands, right? But she breaks it down in a different way that helps you understand. Okay. So it says, sometimes the universe gives you a boost. Don't miss an opportunity when it comes along filled with potential. I'll read that again. Sometimes the universe gives you a boost. Don't miss an opportunity when it comes along filled with potential. It says, the Ace of Wands is a powerful card filled with potential. The universe is offering you a gift. Creativity, success, spirituality. Who knows what it might be? But like all such gifts, this one won't last forever. When it appears, be sure to grab it and make the most of the energy and possibilities it holds. This moment may not come around again. Embrace your own inner fire and whatever fabulous things are coming your way. The quote with the Ace of Wands is, take the energy and run with it. Okay. The next card that came out, and this is in the present position, is the Seven of Swords. Okay. So I'll read that for you. I'm carrying this stuff with me, but am I running away or running to? Quotes, la la la, nothing to see here. So it says, there's something wrong with this picture, isn't there? Our friend carrying the swords is clearly someplace she doesn't belong and doing something she isn't supposed to be doing. But sometimes appearances can be deceiving. Is she taking something away or is she bringing something in? Is there some kind of heroic mission involved or merely underhanded mischief? Whichever it is, it looks like shenanigans are afoot. Things to consider. The Seven of Swords can be a warning to be alert. Whatever situation you're in the midst of may be more complicated than it appears to be, and it might be hard to know who to trust. If something seems off, you should probably listen to your instincts. On the other hand, don't jump to conclusions. There may be a perfectly reasonable explanation for that guy walking off with all your jewelry. Maybe he's just taking it out to be cleaned. Right? So with this card being the present position, use your gift of discernment, right? Use your gift of discernment. What is going on in your connection right now? Remember, the first position was the Ace of Wands. In the present position was the Seven of Swords. In the future position, we got the King of Wands. Okay? So let's look at that for you. King of Wands, quote, plan for the future, but act right now. This is your future position in regards to your twin flame connection. King of Wands, forge ahead with determination in the pursuit of your goals. Take charge of your own destiny. The King of Wands has his map laid out, and he knows exactly where he is going and what he is going to do when he gets there. It looks like even the cat is going to fall in line. We all want to rule our own lives, but the real world requires plenty of compromise. The King of Wands, on the other hand, knows what he wants and will do what it takes to get it. He is active, passionate, and driven. If this king appears in your reading, he may represent a strong male figure who is influencing your life, maybe for the better, maybe not. He also may be a reminder that sometimes it is important to take control of your own destiny. Things to consider. Who is controlling your life and dictating the way your future will unfold? Is it you or someone else? If so, is he helping or hurting you? Don't hand over your own power without good reason. Although it is fine to take help from someone who is in a position to give you a push in the right direction, is there some area of your life where you need to step up and take charge? If so, now is probably the time to do so. The overall energy, the Fool. All right. So, someone's on a journey. So, with the Fool, the quote, embrace the unknown. So why is she flying off into who knows where? Because sometimes you reach a point where there is no choice but to close your eyes and jump. Life doesn't come with any guarantees, and from time to time you have to make the big leap in order to reap the big rewards. They don't call it a leap of faith for nothing. After all, sometimes you just gotta believe. Things to consider. Getting the Fool card doesn't mean you are a fool. Far from it. What it probably means is that you have been hesitating at the precipice of a big decision, afraid to make the kind of choice that could change your whole life forever, or even of making a smaller choice that could shake things up. The Fool reminds us that after a while, you have to stop considering all the possible options, listen to your gut, and just do it. If you don't have faith in the universe, then have faith in yourself. Even if the adventure doesn't work out the way you want it to, you will almost certainly learn something and grow from the experience. All right, so this was really beautiful. And you guys can let me know how this is resonating for you. So I am using the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue. So for the first card that came out, you got Do the Work. And this is for divine. This is for divine masculine. So the card that came out is do the work. Let's get that information for you. Again, if this reading is resonating with you, you can book a reading with me. I do twin flame readings as well. That information is below in the description box. Okay, so do the work. It says, it's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. If you see this card, please don't think of it as a testament. Nobody is doubting your work ethic or suggesting that you're not carrying your weight when it comes to your life purpose. Instead, this card reminds you to avoid the manifestation trap of doing visualizations, saying affirmations, offering up prayers, and so on, while ignoring inner guidance that advises you to take action. It is up to us to act upon the guidance we've asked for. The majority of manifestations occur when we listen to our inner urge to make positive changes, learn something new, do research, make connections with others. Life is a collaboration from the moment we are born into the moment we transition. We are forever working with other people, our angels, and God. Without doing our part, we often don't get the results we would expect. What guidance have you been receiving that you've been ignoring? Perhaps you have feel intimidated, confused, doubtful, or unprepared to act on it, yet God doesn't give us guidance unless we have the ability to follow it. Today, take one action step in the direction of your inner guidance. If you are unsure what to do, take a moment right now to pray for clarity. Then take another action tomorrow and another the next day, and you'll soon manifest support in ways that exceed your dreams. And that is for Divine Masculine. The Divine Feminine got 2 cards. The first one is Quiet Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from the inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Remember, Divine Feminines, I was talking about that, the shift and how just the energy and like how things have been heavy, but you've been feeling this release, right? So again, if this is resonating with you, write me in the comment sections. I always write you guys back. Okay, so for Quiet Retreat, this card, let me hold it for you so you guys can see. This card is coming to you now to let you know that you can improve your mind, your life, and your flow of abundance by spending quiet time alone in deep thought or meditation. Meditation is a spring cleaning for your mind, a way of tossing out all the cluttering thoughts that can block manifestation. It appears that you need to be away from people for a while so that you can hear your inner voice and focus upon what's next. What is the first thought that comes to your mind when you think of a retreat? This is your inner truth guiding you to take action. Even Jesus will go away for quiet retreats to replenish his energy and check in with God. So there's no need to feel guilty as you disconnect from the world for a few minutes, hours, or days. Think of it as an investment in spiritual renewal. In some cases, this card is a signal to create a quieter environment at home or work. For example, try playing softer music, turning off your television set, or setting your telephone to silent. Okay. The next card for Divine Feminine, Power of Prayer. Give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. And this is Power of Prayer. I'll give you more information on that. I think I found it. Hold on, guys. Yep, got it. So it says, this card usually appears when you've been worrying and trying to figure out how your situation will be resolved. Okay, Divine Feminine, this is your card. The angels are guiding you to replace worry with prayer. It doesn't matter how you pray or what words you use, but only that you do pray sincerely from your heart. Prayer brings you into direct communication with God, Jesus, and your angels. When you are speaking directly to these powerful beings of love and light, you are ensuring that your desires and needs are expressed. Just as asking for help opens the door to divine abundance, prayer can have powerful effects on every aspect of your life. There is no such thing as an unanswered prayer. While we may not receive the specific response we're hoping for, it is reassuring to remember that we always receive the one we need. We are not always aware of the variables that surround a situation, as our human view is very limited. God has so much limitation and can follow any path to its highest and best outcome. This card guides you to pray for whatever you need more of, including patience, faith, abundance, health, love, and so forth. After you pray, let it go and put the whole situation into God's hands. Trust that God has a full picture of your needs and complete information about the best way to resolve the situation. The overall energy, attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears, underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. And I am definitely going to read this. And I think Divine Feminine know why I'm saying that with the runner-chaser aspect. Dear one, this card indicates that perhaps you've been chasing money or some other object of desire. The angels of abundance remind you that whatever you run after runs the other way. The underlying fears that compel chasing behavior are the very same ones that result in lack and disappointment. Instead of chasing, attracting can bring your desires to fruition. Attraction happens when you speak positively and hold positive thoughts. My ears are ringing, by the way, guys. Ooh. Oh, attraction happens when you speak positively and hold positive thoughts and visions about your manifestations. You love them into reality. Every day, send gratitude and love to whatever you're dreaming about. Welcome it into your life. Thank you for being a part of your experience, and take love-based action steps as you're guided to rapidly bring about this manifestation. Whew. All right, guys, that is your twin flame energy update for December 15th through the 21st. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in a twin flame reading or book a reading with me, my services are below in the description box. I want to send you all love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, guys.